name is Mika Oizafolorisho. I'm from the Urban Tree Revival Initiative team, and we are here today at the Forest Restoration and Climate Education for wood-based industry. So why do we want to do forest reforestation? The benefits are actually not far-fetched. So we have the environmental benefit, the social benefits, and also the economical benefit.
Forests provide food for the society. They provide drinking water. So most of the communities, the people benefit from the forest. They benefit from timber. They use timber for their roofing. They use timber doing one thing or the other. Also, forests play a vital role in the areas of medicinal plants.
Most of our forests have been depleted, especially here in Taraba State. So planting trees or forest reforestation will help us, emit more oxygen to the atmosphere and help us mitigate climate change. As a matter of fact, one of the cheapest way we can use to mitigate climate change.
Forest is the ones that take care of our environment. If the environment will be normal, ideal environment, is because of the forest. In the absence of forest, many things will occur. Temperature increases, climate changes, and rainfall, the amount of rainfall is not as before. The amount of heat, the temperature now is high.
Every day people cut down wood. We need them for a variety of things that we do for our buildings, for our tables and our chairs. So it's important that as we cut down these trees, we plant more. As a matter of fact, we say when you cut down one tree, you have to plant 10, to replace that one you've cut down.
The forests in the state, they are being destroyed and there's no replacement. And that is why it's a sort of concern to us, because we need to have a process of afforestation and reforestation because of the massive land in the area that we don't have some.
Here in the timber shade, most of the traders use this as economic benefit in terms of job opportunities. So if we do not educate these people about the forest and about the ability for them to be able to plant more trees, for the next coming generation, in the next coming years, they will not have access or source of natural resources for them to get their timbers.
Taraba State Forest is deplorable in the sense that there's a lot of deforestation exercise going on. We've been trying to see how we can curtail that, especially when there's a kind of exploitation of some products, forest products, as a result of high demand of forestry products have led to deforestation of the forest in the state.
I know initially there are some of these economical trees like this Dorowa, or there are so many of them. We'll be seeing them, they used to cut it and bring out. And if the relevant authority, they are monitoring them. I don't think, before initially when you cut they will be arrested. But by now I don't know what is happening. You see people cutting tree anyhow. You even see wood that is not matured. They will just cut it, fell it down. They will cut, they even get 2 timbers. If this is the tree that if you allow for more 5-10 years, it will grow very big. But now people are deforesting the forest. So even use pole. Just a tiny wood, they just go and cut it. I don't know how many of our reserves are functional now. Because the ones we have, the one we have in Baisa, we have in Gumti, so many areas, I don't know how many of them is functional.
The challenges we face is number one, we don't have enough manpower to man all those areas because the forest is large. We have large forest reserve in the state. We don't have enough resources to curtail these illegal activities. So any organization that is coming in to partner with the government in order to solve this problem, they are welcome.
It has known statistically that the Taraba State Forest Reserve has gone below 15%, which we are here to educate them and also to jeer them, to put them into the aspect of we all have to plant trees, and whereby each tree that is cut, 10 trees should be planted.
The current state of forests in Taraba State, according to the Global Forest Watch, as of 2010, Taraba had 1.64 million hectares of tree covers, extended over 27% of its land area. As of 2021, Taraba lost about 13.8 thousand hectares of tree cover. In fact, to be sincere, it's a great loss, and this is because the deforestation rate was so high. Kurumi local government has the highest loss of forest covered in the state. Kurumi has almost 43.2 kilohertz, that is 1,000 hectares of land covered by trees, and followed by Gashaka local government, also has almost 26.6 kilohertz, that is thousands hectares of forest covered that was lost. And at present, the current state of forest in Taraba State is below 15%.
On digging the hole, you make sure you dig it a bit wide. Then make sure when you put it straight, you use your razor blade, cut it like this. Remove it, don't scatter the soil inside. Then when you put it straight, then you now pack the soil. Then when you press it, then water. They have no problem.
And these have been part of our message to them here. And we've been able to educate, sensitize them, and let them know the economical, social benefits of planting trees.
Well, the government policy, as I've said, is that number one, we have officers who are managing these areas. They are there to ensure that the rate of deforestation is minimized. The government have been trying to plant some trees every year. Like I remember last year, we were able to plant over 2,000 seedlings. And apart from that, we've been collaborating with other organizations, community organizations, to ensure that they help in this process.
And this is the best way, one of the cheapest way of reducing climate change in our environment, especially in northeast Nigeria.
We have a species like Caius nigalensis, that is mahogany. We have Avizilia africana, that is, we call it in Hausa, cow. Then we have Pacea biglobosa, that is Dorowa in Hausa. We have Nucleate viricha. We have Asobalenia doka. We have Danelia olivara, that is Maji. We have Botrospermum paradoxum, that is Kadanya in Hausa. We have Siba pedintra, which is also known as Remi in Hausa. Then we have Ilia guinensis. Ilia guinensis is this palm tree, which is very, very important for our people. And we have Prosopis africana, which is known as Kiria in Hausa. We have Tamarindus indica, Mangifera indica, we have Pelostigma tonigea, Cola digitata, where we want people to at least you should look into it so that they replace those that have harvested.
This one is called Appa. It's one of the endangered species we have in our reserve here. These are natural trees that have grown by themselves.
I come to understand that how to plant the trees and how the trees can help us in making the climate, changing of the climate. Now I learned how we are going to be planting the trees. The Nigerian government going to put that forest in order, planting trees everywhere so that everywhere will have a good climate. That is nice. And the forest gives us many things, as you can see.
Yes, sir.
It prevents this hard weather. We have this kind of hot weather. When there is now you see everywhere shining, there will be some kind of moon, this kind of sun. Yes, we are reading that there is a tree around us now. We'll be having shade. You see all these kind of things.
The way I been following this NGO, yes, I came to know that they are out for a real thing. A real thing in the sense that you are out to educate not only the timber association, yes, other people as well, even down to the timber sheds, yes, and the charcoal dealers, yes, that there is a need to plan for future. So I of 100% that this NGO will help Taraba State to build the forests of Taraba State.